Okay, great. So we just returned from Thailand or Bangkok's two main red light districts. The first one is Cowboy something, and the other one I'm not exactly sure what the name is. It's basically a street, and basically we're just going to share some of the experiences we had. For me personally, one of the most prolific experiences I had was if you enter the street, the main reason anybody will be there is probably because they want to pay for studies or they have kids and they need to provide for their kids. Um, I'll now hand over to Marnus and he'll share what his most prolific experience was.
The first time I saw anything like this was on one of Wanderlust Productions' movies, Furious Love. And a few ideas raced through my mind from, oh my goodness, I can't believe there's places like this. Um, how can people fund things like this, things like that? And actually being in one of those streets, a few thoughts rushed through my mind, but most of it you just in shock almost, because you can't believe what is going on around you. It's as if your brain shuts off all of the major thoughts, like what is this people doing, this is disgusting, this is gross. It just completely shuts that off, because I think you're just in shock about what's going on around you. I had a few conversations with some of the girls, and like Luan said, the main thing is it's easy money, or they need to pay for something that they care about, and a normal job doesn't pay good enough, so it is easy money. But very glad. I think I was still a little bit in shock, but I'm very glad I could experience that. And over here to Shop.
I think my experience was similar to Marnus, is being shocked. The crazy thing is how acceptable it's become to society. You walk through the streets and it's like walking into a market in South Africa where it's normal. No one's surprised, no one's shocked. It's just a normal part of life. It's the people there. It's not weird for them. They're not surprised as us, and I think we were some of the few people that were shocked and that found it very interesting. I think another thing that was very scary for me and sad, and it really touched my heart, that if you walk through the streets, some of the ladies literally pull the men in and really like whisper into their ears and touch them on their arms and their legs to really get them to go into the club, because this will make sure that they make more money the evening. And it really breaks my heart that they need to sell themselves and their bodies to earn money. And I don't really think that that was God's intention when He made women. He meant for them to be beautiful, and now they're selling what is most precious to them. And the other thing that was also, there was one other thing I also wanted to share, but I just hit a blank, so I'll give back to Marnus, and to Luan, if I remember, I'll give a shout out.
So we did ask them, what do they believe? What do you believe? And yeah, most of them are actually Buddhist, but there are quite a few of them that actually answered and said they believe in Jesus Christ. And when we asked them, well, what would your religion say about what you're doing? A lot of them couldn't really give answers. It's like they never thought about the question ever, or whether they never give it real thought ever. So the greatest thing that we could have given them from our side was just to tell them, listen, you're worth more than what you think you are, and you need to get out of this as soon as possible. Save your money, pack your bags. I did manage to speak to a transvestite tonight. I had the expectation that I would. I did not realize that it would happen the way it did. Basically, she pulled me by the arm, like Marna said. She pulled me into a club where there was a desk of over 30 young ladies dressed in lingerie, trying to sell themselves to the men walking into this club. And what they basically do is they ask you if you want a drink, and then you buy a drink for her so that the house makes more money and so forth. And basically, I just sat there and spent about 20 minutes with her just talking and finding out what her story was. But what was shocking is the amount of women involved in this industry and the amount of men sitting around there just looking at it. And these women trying to sell themselves to the men. So we did ask them what do they believe. A lot of them said Buddhism, a lot of them said Christianity. But it doesn't seem that it's hitting really deep. And yeah, do you remember?
I just want to add something, Mickey. Something for the listeners. I just really want you to think differently when you see a prostitute, not to judge them or to think bad of them, because a lot of them are in the position not because they want to be, but they know it's the easiest way to earn money to take care of themselves and to take care of their kids. So I just want to open your minds to think of look at them at a different way, and especially ask God to show them you through His eyes, because they are just as beautiful as you, just as beautiful as we all are, and they just broken. We live in a broken world, and this is the way they release their brokenness.
So if you are that businessman or businesswoman that needs to come to Thailand and create the jobs that these people need to get out of this industry, because a lot of them say they can't get out, they need the money to pay for their children, or to pay for their children's education, or to pay for their parents and their children. If you are that businessman or businesswoman, this is your alley, and this place needs you. And we hope from our side that we could at least open your eyes just a little bit to what's happening here in the Thailand Red District, or the sex trade industry. Tomorrow morning we'll hopefully be traveling to Cambodia if we can figure out the bus system, and then we'll be looking up with someone in Phuket, and we're having a few interviews there, and then after that we'll sleep there for the evening, and then the next day we'll travel through Cambodia to Siem Reap and try to actually travel through Cambodia to the other side. The reason why I'm saying this now is I have no idea if we're going to have Wi-Fi or not. So yeah, we hope we could get you guys thinking. We hope we could open your eyes a bit. And yeah, these women just need so much love. And another thing, I don't know, I think Sean Marnus can relate, but if the guys randomly walk up and they just want to ask questions like, listen, how did you end up here? What's your name? Do you like this work that you're doing? Do you have dreams? Would you like to do other work than you're doing? Are you doing this because of family, or are you doing it because you like it? The way the women reacted to these questions were like, what? Why are you asking me these questions? Are you working for a newspaper? What are you doing? People don't ask these questions, but we just sincerely asked them. So do yourself the favor and come ask a few sincere questions. This is the What Do You Believe team, probably signing off, and now we're going to film basically, or start building the film of everything that we experienced tonight. So from our side, cheers from my side, cheers from the other side, and cheers from Shell's side. Have a good evening there in South Africa.